Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ. And, well, after a failed recording, I recorded a video, like 30 seconds ago or so. And, well, I hated it. I hated how the video turned out, so I'll have to redo that one at some point, so stay tuned for that. For now, this time, we're going to be talking about another Bionicle related stuff. Actually, it is Bionicle because it's the Toa Nuva! The Toa Nuva! Once the Toa Mata, which I will be talking about them at some point as well, so stay tuned for that. These guys were basically the evolution of the Toa Mata, obviously. So, the Toa Mata, in 2002, after defeating the Balrog and the Borak swarms, they were, they dropped into vats of protodermis of some sort. And they got mutated. Well, not mutated. But they were transformed forever. And thus, we've got brand new armor, brand new weapons, brand new masks, upgraded powers, and they look pretty cool too. So I have to say these guys look pretty fucking awesome, especially for the second half of 2002. Back then, and thinking, here we are nowadays in 2024. And they still look pretty cool. I still have some nostalgia for these damn things. Obviously I have greater nostalgia, much greater nostalgia for the Toa Mata, but we'll talk about those later, so, yeah, they're up there. So, we're going to start with everybody's favorite Toa, kind of. It's not my favorite, but hey, Tahoe, Toa of Fire. Right off the bat, two weapons. He's got two flame magma swords and double gear function. So the gear function is the same. The torso is the exact same. It's basically a similar build. The legs were obviously originally these before these got turned into arms, flipped around like this, so it's pretty cool. And new leg design, which is pretty cool. I like the leg design. There's 3D printed two-part versions of this leg and this leg, so that's pretty fucking cool. And also there's a two-part 3D printed or resin print, whatever, of the Mata torso. Okay, yeah, you can do a lot with these, with the Toa Mata and the Toa Nuva to make them more posable nowadays than you probably ever could. And there's obviously a way to turn the neck into an actual posable neck. There is a bootleg toe ball socket piece, and obviously, the light gray toe ball joint, the actual ball joint piece, that was used. There was two of those in the Exo Toa, I think. So, get those together, get 6 of each, put them on all your Toa, and you'll have posable heads. I don't do that because I like to keep my sets stock. So, these weapons look pretty cool. I mean, they're fiery, especially on this one. And this part is more of an actual blade. Look at this sword! It looks fucking brilliant! This is better in some ways than Tahoe Mata's sword. Okay, I won't go that far, but these definitely look pretty fucking sick. And the thing is, there was a there was a Dark Hunter, Charger, I think was his name, that was in the Dark Hunter's book, where these swords were used for, like, wrist-mounted blades of some sort. But the flames were cut out. I know, I'm guilty of cutting up Bionicle parts and trying to make them into more interesting parts. I have an example right here. Watch my video on this if you haven't already. So, obviously, we've got the Nuva armor. shoulder armor, obviously, and the body armor right here, so that's cool. Both gears, the gears go with both arms this time around. Same eye color, this pinkish color? What, does he have pink eye or something? He does have red hands, so that's cool. The mask, you know, people shit on the Nuva masks for being organic. There's nothing wrong with these masks being organic. They actually look pretty cool. And Tahu's mask, yeah, I like this mask. It's the Toa Nuva. It's dusty. Yeah. I always like the look of this mask. It's a little big, honestly, but I still enjoy this mask. I think it's a nice organic evolution of the original How. So, and yeah, so overall Toa Nuva is pretty cool, but dual weapon functions. You can actually take one sword and put it on the other hand underneath the other sword, and he's got like a double sword system. So, or you can put both swords on onto one of his feet and have a lava board. So that's pretty cool. Dual weapon functionality was a big thing with these, and they brought that back with the Masters for G2, so that's cool. Didn't do that for the Uniters, which are basically the Toa Nuva of G2, so oh well, whatever. But yeah, so far, Toa Nuva, pretty cool. He's the poster boy for Bionicle G1 and G2. Here's my favorite, Gali Nuva. She looks pretty cool, actually. I'll start with her legs and her arms are the exact same piece. The new Nuva leg. So, and Toa Nuva ends up using this as well. So, armor. She has these propellers on her hands. That's for, you know, swimming. So, she has a couple of aqua axes. So, sound effects are fun. These you can actually put on her feet, and that's the dual functionality. You slide off these things on either foot, and you put the axe into the crevice in the foot. Then you push this back, and then basically she'll be swimming, which is pretty fucking cool. I like that. Gali being my favorite Toa Mata, it's obvious at this point that you could probably tell that Gali Nuva is my favorite of the Toa Nuva. So fuck you, Tahu fanboys. I'm kidding. So the mask is a little funny. It's an interesting evolution of the cow, but it does feel weird. I mean, it does have these vents, like gills of some sort. It's organic, obviously, so look at it. It reminds me of a bovine for some reason. I don't know, because the nose region. I still like it. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Eyes are piss yellow again, because that's exactly what her eyes were originally. So, overall, Gali is still freaking awesome in Nuva form, too. So, that is Gali Nuva. Now we take a look at Liwa Nuva. This was a rebuild. I rebuilt Liwa Nuva from parts back in 2013, I think. Yeah, because a friend of mine gave me a bag of parts, and this Miru Nuva was one of them. This mask looks kind of cool. I mean, in some ways, it reminds me of the cannabis leaf, but that's a little weird. The mouth area looks like he's got buck teeth almost. And he's got these vents right here. The mask does look kind of cool. Staring at him head on, he looks stoned AF. So, all the Toa Nuva have the Toa Nuva leg. He has the same arms, albeit in lime green, as Toa Nuva. but this orientation, so they're upside down. And it's fine. He's got green hands. He's got the katanas, air katanas, which are pretty fucking awesome. These are probably one of the most overused pieces in Bionicle G1. Seriously, you can find these in a lot of sets. Balta has these, Toa Nuva does, and there's some bootlegs as well. And okay, well, to be honest, it's not the most overused piece, but it definitely was used a number of times. It was used for the Gecko bird. It was used for, obviously, a different color. It was used in other sets, probably. This one's slightly damaged. But basically, his dual mode is that he uses these to glide, so that's pretty cool. He doesn't really fly, but he has the mask of levitation, so he can levitate. So overall, Toa Nuva is pretty cool. I do like this set. I do need to get a new copy though, because every time I replace this stupid fucking original socket piece, this happens. So it's a pain in the ass. So Nuva armor, still pretty cool. So that's Toa Nuva. Nice upgrade. Next, we got Kopaka. Everyone's, well, I also find Kopaka to be a little overrated, just like Tahu. Because everybody chooses, for the most part, either Kopaka or Tahu. I'd rather not. I choose Gali. She's my favorite, so. Kopaka, he does have his original sword arm from the Mata version. It's just his left arm, and it's free to move. So he has one gear function, and that's this arm, so he can, stabby stab into the ice. He does have a upside down Mata leg for his arm. He does have a hand, but it's in black, not white. I don't understand that, to be honest, but I'm not a Lego designer, so. He does have a shield. It's a bit more. It's bigger, yes, but it's also plain and boring, and yeah, not as good as, well, not as cool looking actually as the original. But it does have a semblance of coolness, I guess. I don't know. Spins, pretty cool. Feet, obviously, he has these little things which you can pull out to put his ice skis. He has this weapon that's basically like a staff-like thing, but he can split it and turn it into like swords. But he can turn these into ice skis, and they are ice skis, so he can go skiing, which is pretty cool. No pun intended. The mask, it's an organic take on the Akaku. You got all this weird technological framery. There's this scope eye thing. You've got that up there. You got a vein, it looks like. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of this mask, but I do recognize it every time I see it. Still has the blue eyes. So, that is Kopaka. Cool. No jokes, please. Alright, break time. Alright. This one's kind of funny because, I still need to replace that one bushing. Fuck. Well. So this is a funny story. Me and my grandmother one day were at a thrift store, and guess what? I found Pohatu Nuva. It was already built, and he had an extra one of these. So, cool. I got that for $2. I still have the canister, too. No instructions. He does have these claws instead. He has actual hands. Those are black, not brown. Whatever. These claws are pretty cool. They can combine into a Kodan ball, so he can, once again, kick it. Like the Koli balls. And he does have a gear on his butt. And so he can run. His, well, yeah, you can see how they reoriented his legs from being, I guess, a bit longer and, yeah, more inward, yeah. They definitely, changed some things up about Pohatu. His armor looks a bit weirder on him than on the other Toa, and, you know, the armor right there. They did change how the neck was done, which is interesting. It's a more technical piece right there. Eyes are orange. His kicker, his steel toe boots sort of things, those were changed to silver because Protodermis, that's why. He's a Toa Nuva, that's why. So that's cool, I'd say. And beyond that, well, the only thing that's left to talk about is the mask. I have a spare one of these somewhere. I don't know why. This is the largest of the mask. I mean, look how big this thing is! What the fuck? I mean, not to make fun of the Nuva masks or anything, because I think they're cool, but this one is just ridiculously large. It's like about as big as his body, which is kind of weird. But yeah, you have all these sort of flare things on either side. You have just a weird design overall. It's organic, but to be honest, it's not my favorite. It's actually the weakest in my opinion. It's just too big for one. Like, look at the big eye holes of this mask. What the flying fuck is wrong with designers of this mask? It does look cool. It does look cool, kind of, but for the most part, yeah, for me, it's the worst. But I do like Pohatu Nuva's build overall. It's similar to the rest, but he's upside down. Alright. I do need to replace that one bushing, so in fact I could do that right now. Nah, I don't feel like opening the drawer. But I will do that after I turn off the camera. So that's Pohatu Nuva. Pretty cool. For the most part, the mask is definitely weird, but now the last one is Toa Nuva, and this there we go. This is another one where I had to rebuild from parts that were in my collection. And, well, as a result of that, some of the joints may be weaker than others. Take a look at this one. Yeah. So, Toa Nuva's hips are oriented this way. He has Borak limbs for arms. Borak limbs for arms. That is fucking weird. Why? I don't know, but hey, it's different, and I like that, I guess. He is still able to do this. He's got freaking chainsaws! Chainsaws! Yes, his quake breakers. These are probably the most metal tools of these Toa Nuva weapons, because they're chainsaws. I mean, they're fucking chainsaws. I talked about these earlier. Well, not today, but in a previous video, who knows how long ago, but this is a pretty cool piece. It's one of the best weapons I've seen, and people have expanded upon it, like Edict Arts has made an actual full-on chainsaw out of one of these, and pretty cool. Like with Gali and Kopaka, you can take the quake breakers, attach them to his feet, slide the thing in, and then he can go quake breaking around the rubble recourse. I don't know. It's weird. This is probably the one that makes the least sense. It's like, why would you travel using fucking chainsaws? You don't see people doing that in real life. His eyes are still the trans dark green that we all know and love. The way his head is attached is different, though. Same neck, obviously, but it's on the Nuva armor this time. And it's also raised a little bit. So, and I guess the last thing we gotta talk about is the mask. It's organic. What do you expect? The eye holes are big, sure. I do like the shape of this mask. It looks kind of cool. It's definitely better than Pohatu's. He can move his head like that. So it's like emotion of some sort. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. Alright. So, yeah. Toa Nuva. Pretty cool. For the most part. I do like the chainsaws. I think these are better than the skis. I mean, okay, so Kopaka's skis are useful for impalement and also slicing, but Onuva's chainsaws are better at hacking their heads off. Yeah, chainsawing, because dismemberment. Watch the music video for Kill or Become, and you'll probably get where I'm going with that. Because these are fucking chainsaws, they look fucking awesome! Seriously! Anyway. Beyond that, you know, obviously the gears are exposed up top, you know. He can do this. Oh, fuck. Looks like I'll have to replace this thing, because it looks like one of the corners for that armor was cut for some reason, which is weird. So that is Toa Nuva, and he can't stand properly because this joint is broken. I'll have to replace that when I fucking feel like it. Hey, he's standing. Good. Stay. 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 Okay. Drink some tea. So, what have we learned here about the Toa Nuva? Well, they've got pretty cool weapons. Interesting masks. Similar functions in terms of, you know, the gear function as the Toa Mata, because they're the exact same thing. It's just, for the most part, in fact, with the exception of Kopaka, all of these Toa Nuva are able to use both gears on both arms, or in Pohatu's case, legs. It's just Kopaka is the one that only has the one gear. And I think it came with a bonus gear, so you can actually, you know, do that, but it doesn't make sense. So, however, there is something you can do with Kopaka, and that's you can take off the shield, set it aside, and take one of these skis. In fact, I recommend the bottom one, and put that on his hand, his left hand, so that basically he would have two swords, basically, like everybody else does. So that's cool. I like that. And these skis have been used in other sets. I think it was used in an Alpha Team set. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so the Toa Nuva, while having silver and looking flashier than their Mata counterparts, and definitely has some design changes that sort of made them sort of more different than their Mata counterparts. I do really like these. I just am not the most nostalgic for them, because obviously, I mean, I love these. These are great, especially Toa Nuva. She just looks fucking awesome. Just think of Toa Mata with a different mask, with different limbs, with hands, and silver armor. And that's basically what you got. So, Toa Nuva looks awesome. She's my favorite. I really like what I'm seeing here with all 6 of the Toa Nuva, all silverized, and they have their unique weapons, unique masks. I will say some of these masks look better than others. They're all perfectly symmetrical except for Kopaka's, because he has the one scope eye, which he's always going to have that because he's Kopaka. So, yeah. I do like these. It was kind of interesting, you know, getting new Toa right at the end of 2002. It's like, you know, wait, what? We're getting new Toa already? What's going on here? So yeah, setting up for 2003 storyline, well, with the Borakal, and you know what? You people just need to stop hating on the Borakal. They're fine. I have 2 of them. I plan on getting the rest. So the Toa Nuva are pretty cool. They're nice evolutions of their Mata counterparts, and I really do enjoy the use of their weapons. I feel like Onua's chainsaw weapons are pretty cool too. Pohatu's climbing claws, they're used to climb. Yeah, that's fine. I guess you can also impale someone with them. Kopaka's skis, if nothing else, you could use those to, you know, impale someone with, or, you know, slice. Liwa, obviously, you know, slice, decapitate, impale, all sorts of things. With Gale's axes, they're mostly, okay, you can probably just hack into someone, you know, and decapitate, so there is that. Tahu, impalement, and other forms of, yeah, dismemberment. But with their upgraded powers and abilities, they are doubled beyond what they were able to accomplish when they were Toa Mata. So, yeah, obviously they were able to do much more and much better. So, storyline reason for this is for the Toa Nuva is actually pretty cool. But do we really need these right at the end of 2002? I mean, seriously. But thing is, if we didn't get them at the end of 2002, we would have probably got them at least in January of 2003. And I'm actually grateful that we got them in 2002 instead of 2003 because, well, storyline reasons. That's why. So, you know, looking at these Toa Nuva once again in this video definitely brought back memories of, you know, getting the sets, building them, and experiencing them, and just having a good time. You know, I still have... Do I still have instructions from one of these Toa Nuva? I don't think I do. Well, I do have Gali Nuva's instructions. I know that. As for the others, I don't. I know I've lost a lot of instruction manuals over the years. So, yeah. So that's basically it for the Toa Nuva. I will be talking about the Toa Mata soon as well today. That's going to be a really emotional video for me because nostalgia. And I'm sorry this video is so long, but hey. Chainsaws! Okay. Fuck you too, Onua. He fell. He passed out. He's tired. Anyway, so what is your favorite out of the 6 Toa Nuva? Do you prefer one over the other 5? Obviously, someone does. Or do you have 2 favorites? Do you have 3? Do you have 4? Do you prefer all of these over their Mata counterparts? Let me know in the comment section below. And, well, yeah, let's talk about the Toa Nuva. They're fucking awesome. But my heart, obviously, I have a soft spot for the original, the OG Toa Mata. And they have a special place in my heart. So, there you go. Stay tuned for more videos. I am TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks. Have a good fucking day, and peace.